Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Great to see you guys. Hey, you guys, I just looked. Can you believe it? We are at number 20. This is our 20th session. I can't even believe it. It's like blowing my mind. It seemed like it was going, it's like on both, like on one hand, it seems like it's just flying by. And then on the other hand, it seems like we have done so much. Like so 20. I know, right? Yeah, blowing my mind. So kudos to you guys. A lot of you have been here from the beginning. You've been doing it every single day, which is just like incredible. I don't know about you guys, but I can see it having an effect for me on my own energy. I had a huge fear release last night as I was waking up, like at 5 a.m. I sort of was in that half awake, half asleep. You're saying MOC tired you out, John. I know, me too, from our last day of our weekend today. Holy moly, I'll tell you guys about it. But yeah, my I woke up at 5 a.m. And I had this awareness that this fear was coming up, and it was coming up for clearing. And so for me, the method of clearing is to go into it, to feel it more deeply, and just let it come up. And the more I feel it, the more it moves. And as I was having that experience, I had these visuals come into my mind, and I was seeing these. It's like I was kind of looking up, and there was these sort of elongated, distorted looking beings with bright lights. And then I suddenly realized this was me as an infant looking up and probably seeing my parents or who knows who, right? But it was fear, something of fear from infancy that I was clearing, and it just came, and it came. It was intense, and it came up, and it was great. It was great to release it. Yeah, amazing. But I credit all this work that we're doing. It's really being able to access. So anybody else processing fear right now? I'm curious if anybody, because it was actually we had our Mother of Creation weekend. Today was the last day, and there was people who were processing fear as well, and a lot of people experiencing. We saw that a lot of people shared dreams. We saw people expanding their gifts. It was really, really cool. Yes, you guys too. Maureen, I see that. Yeah, Sharmi. Okay, Sherry, fantastic. Yeah. Very, very cool. You're with MOC four times a day. Phenomenal. Wow. I love your dedication. That is so phenomenal. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, just seeing so much fear. Oh my gosh, fears of health, Pauline. Amazing. Fear of illness. Yeah. And here's the interesting thing about fear, you guys, is that we all have our area where fear sits, and it's different for every one of us. And I call it a safety fear, the fear that is like our primary area where we get freaked out. And it'll be the thing that when there's something else that's concerning us, we will direct our awareness into that area and be afraid of that instead. And I think it's because it's like, it's the fear that we're comfortable with. So for some of you, it's going to be physical health. Some of you, it's going to be your financial security. For some of you, it'll be a relationship, or like loss of relationship. There'll be something that is your go-to freak out. Like, what is it? For some people, they worry or they fear that they're not going to be comfortable, or they feel like the world has no place for them, or they fear, like it'll be one of these like general categories. And it'll be a thing where you're like, yeah, I know it's irrational, and there it is. Like, there's my fear. And that's where you go. And those are the ones I feel like when you can start to move the needle on those, that's pretty powerful. Not fear, but anger. Interesting. Very interesting. Wonderful. Like whatever is coming up for you guys right now, lean in and feel, right? Feel it as deeply as you can. When we have stuff come up, particularly when you're held in the container of the meditation, if you're having emotion rise up, it's a wonderful thing. And so just turn into that emotion because you're held in the container of the meditation. So just turn into it and feel it as deeply as you can. And if you just allow yourself, just let it rip, just feel an ugly cry and do the thing. And when you do, it will pass within 90 seconds. We think that it'll just take us over, right? But it won't. It'll literally move through our field in about 90 seconds. And hey, Kira's joining in all the way from Asia. She's on vacation with her siblings. So great to see you, Kira. Hello. So anyways, today was our last day, survival. There you go. Yeah, general anxiety. There's an interesting thing about anxiety where sometimes it can be related to well, anyways, I took this genetic test once, and it had it's a long story, and I can't repeat it accurately. So I probably shouldn't go into it because I won't make any sense. But there was this one condition. There was these 6 genetic things where either like for me it was about methylation. Can you methylate certain vitamins? And I found out for myself that I'm not great at methylating B12. So I need to take like a methylated B vitamin. But you can take it. And one of the parameters was like, you will end up like, if you cannot methylate this vitamin, you end up with anxiety. So anyways, if you're like chronic anxiety, like where is it coming from? Might not be a bad idea to take that genetic test and see, is there some vitamin that you can't methylate? And that is totally not my area of expertise. And I know nothing about it. I'm just talking off the cuff here because I took a test and I was like, hey, and I take methylated vitamins now. But that's so, anyways. So Google it and see if you find something and see if it speaks to you. I am not at all expert in that stuff, but just made me think about it. So, anyways, okay. We had our Mother of Creation weekend this weekend, and it was super cool, deep, intense, fun work. She spent the first part of each day teaching and telling us about incredible stuff, about really very cosmic, about the universe, about us as creators, world creators. She called us, and then the second day we had this incredible, and we did a healing the first day. The second day, the healing portion, she brought us into experiencing what it is to be in the unity field, like where we were generating a field of love and creating from within that field of love. So what it would be like, and showed us how it happens, how it works. It was just cool, you guys, just cool. Yeah. And it's so exciting. I mean, just exciting to think about what we have to look forward to. Like life is good, life is good now, but man, it's going to get really good, really, really good. Yeah. The good feelings make all the difference. So anyways, here we are, day 20. No idea where we're going to go tonight. You guys, yeah, it was Joshua. It was awesome. Super, super cool. And hello, you guys. I'm so grateful you guys are joining in the evening here. For many of you, some of you, it's very late. So Kentucky, Denver, you guys, thank you so much. And there you go. Oh, and there's some other people making some suggestions about anxiety. That is awesome. And maybe build a world of compassion and abundance. Yes, 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 Connie. I love it. I was able to turn into my fear of losing my husband through his heart transplant 15 years ago. Yesterday's weekend with MOC helped me. I've had chronic back pain since. I'm hoping for improvement. I'm so glad it was helpful, Jane. So, so glad. So, all right, you guys. So I think we should jump in because I know some people are on a schedule. Some of you are up very late. Some of you, this is like way better timing for you. I'm really glad that we were able to do some in a time zone that works for those of you on the other side of the world. So that's really, really cool. But those of you that are staying up, let's do it. Let's dive in. Yeah, thank you so much. And hello from Australia. Great to have you with us. Great to have you. It's Ontario, Canada. I love it. I know it is crazy that it's only been 20 days, isn't it? Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, you like this time. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, all right, you guys, you ready? Let's take a breath. I might have glitter on my face. I was wrapping presents. I might have if I'm sparkling, just know it's not my inner light. It's my sparkle wrapping ribbons. Oh, well, perfect, right? Go ahead and close your eyes and drop down from your tailbone a nice thick root that goes down through the floor and down into the ground. And follow it down with your mind as it grows and extends, growing deeper and deeper into the earth. Following it down where it's dark and cool, extending longer and longer. And following it all the way down to the very, very center of the earth. And when it reaches that center point, feel the root sprout and anchor itself in. And as it does, notice that the root is becoming taut. That tautness moves all the way up the root, and then all the way up your spine, anchoring you securely to the earth. And if I And the angels and the mother of creation have your permission to see and work with your energy. Please give us your verbal assent. Yes, it's okay that I don't hear you. And I'd like to ask the angels to please help me to be a clear channel of healing and information for our group gathered here today and all those listening on the recording for our highest and best good. And please help us to receive this healing and information. Thank you. All right, I will now stay in my body as I do this part, but I will connect with the Mother of Creation. It will take me just a moment, and she will come in and set sacred space for us. And she's moving out in an unusual patterning, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, moving in a frequency range, she says, moving out and around us. This is almost like a sound that's moving out and creating a space for us to be in together. Moving out and then back, moving out a little bit back. Into this space, I'd like to invite our 3 archangels and ask them to please clear us of any energies that are not in our highest and best good, any energies that are not our own or that are not in the light. Please clear us, our field, the space that we are in, our possessions, and our technology. Thank you. Wonderful. All right, I'll take a moment now and go a little deeper and bring in MOC. Our journey is ongoing. It has begun. It is ongoing. There's much left to do, so much fun to have. And we are together tonight. We are together tomorrow. We are together every day. Every window of opportunity opens before us now endlessly. There's so much fun to be had. Tonight, we shall venture into a new depth of compassion in your own understanding of this earth, of this world. Compassion will create new ways of understanding in your soul. Take a breath and we begin. Take a breath, and we begin. Your understanding is gently made. A coveted vice is one that understands the self in isolation, one that derives meaning from your aloneness. But the truth of your soul, the truth of yourself, is that you derive more meaning from what you do together, from how you behave in the company of others, from how you grow in the context of loving one another and what is. Here we start. In the encapsulated life as it is created, we start together. My arms embrace you, and we are together. And we are loving each other and loving what is. And we are standing in a space that is separated from everyone except one another, for I am with you. And we stand apart, and we stand in a space where we can observe everything. Take a breath and allow the allness of everything that is outside of you in your impenetrable fortress of self, gazing out at the rhythms of light and life that are occurring. How all of this earth seems to move, seems to grow, seems to expand itself, to do things all around you. There's so much occurring, so many people, so many separated lives. And you are here in the silence, in the stillness of your own internal corridors and pathways that exist only in your own self, in your own mind, in your own heart. Here you are often feeling alone and gazing outward at a vastness, at the greatness of this big world where there are so many things outside of you, so many more things outside of you than there are inside of you. Take a breath and deepen your understanding of what it is to be separated from all of life, to be alone, to be inside your consciousness, inside the body, inside this frame of reference, where you hear your internal voice, but no one else does. You hear your thoughts, but no one else can. You know what you are feeling, but most often, others have no idea. You are in the stillness of your own river, isolated. And we are together now because you have allowed me in. But this is a lonely place, a separated place, a place of stillness. Where is growth in here? Where does growth occur? Growth happens, but not readily. As you reach for the light of what is occurring outside of yourself, you begin to stretch. Stretch your mind and stretch your heart. Reaching backwards first into the stillness of your river, into the stillness of all that you ever came to be. There are many layers to your soul, so many layers to encounter, so many parts and parcels and lives where you have existed. And many of these you encounter and replay and live again. And they file like cards of memory into this experience to build upon each other, one upon the next, upon the next, upon the next, like an assembly, like the many pages of a book which you have read and are now beginning to understand. All of these layers give you the opportunity to perceive others, each one a window into the world, each one a portal of comprehension and compassion. Each breaking point, each aspect where you have loved and lost, where you have lingered in loneliness, where you have been spared or felt rejected. Every moment of every life is a doorway, a portal, a keyhole that helps you to comprehend what others are experiencing or going through. As we are here in the stillness of your river, you comprehend many things about your own voyage. You gather to yourself all you've come to understand. But now we shall grow. Take my hand, and we will stand, and we will walk to the very edge of your loneliness, of this space where you are separated. We will stand at the edge and gaze through to the beyond world where everything is but you. And we will watch it for a moment, knowing that in your heart you contain the lessons of so many things. You carry a lexicon, a dictionary, a million keys of understanding, doorways, possibilities, ways of reaching others. Thus, as we are standing, holding hands, gently now we will step forward into a new space where trouble is found, yes, a space that is incoherent with so many energies vying for attention. But we will not just go anywhere. We will stay in the positive expression of your field. And we will see where you are tried and gathered, where you have found your peace, where you have learned through vision and comprehension, more about living. And we will find these patterns in your soul as they radiate from you into this world. And they will land here and there, connecting with what is truth in another. In this space where no two things are the same, there are parts of you that relate to parts of someone else. And I ask you now to elevate your perspective, to move into the heavens with me. And here, as we rise, moving above this earth, standing above and looking down at all that is existence. Note how the various elements of your experience have lit up in humanity. How many souls reflect what you have done, what you have known, what you have felt, where you see and feel them most acutely. Here above all that is, feel into the purposeful experiencing which you have done, and allow the rivers of your compassion to begin. Reach down to the earth with your consciousness, staying where we are. Reach down to the earth with your consciousness alone and find a connection point, one individual you do not know who carries a hurt that you have healed. And be the angel. Be the one who stands in equilibrium, who stands in observation, who is gifted with the peace that they are searching for. Hold the peace that you have gathered in the palms of your hands, where your fingertips feel the warmth of it. Peace like an object, something sacred, something that love has born from inside of you, well earned. The challenges of your life have brought you here. All that you have done, all that you have feared, all that you have moved through, you have earned this peace. It's part of you. And yet, here is someone searching for what you have gathered. Can you offer it? Can you gift it? No, you cannot. They will not receive it. Why not? Because they have not yet learned their own passageway. The peace you offer is built from within. It is part of what you are. But what you can gift is the offering of the light on their path. You may show them your doorway. You may gift to them your objective, how you have made your truth, your peace, your passageway. Let them feel the opportunity as one of optimism and hope, one where you become an example. And in the process of sharing your journey, sharing that which has occurred, where you've learned, where you've stumbled, where you fell, you allow yourself to be seen at a greater depth. Show your worry and your wounds. Let them be felt. And in this space, what do they yield? They gather hope. They feel it is possible and positive. They see and feel your peace, though they cannot yet have it. They know it is possible. They know it is possible. Compassion does not merely mean resonating with another's suffering. It means opening the soul, yielding your truth, sharing the opportunity, gifting another a passage, a way of creating what they most require. This is the gift of compassion. Compassion means sharing your light, sharing your truth, gifting what is truly needed. You find the greatest opportunities for compassion through your wounding, through the placements where you have been guided to experience the earth in its density, where you have stumbled, where you have suffered, where you have fallen down. Here is your light being shared. And in this moment, as you have gathered yourself to yourself, as you have brought down your consciousness to share with another, the impact is felt and real. This is not imagined. You are gifting an opportunity of hopeful healing, gifting the fragrance of what could be. It is an energetic response from one to another, an entanglement of your vibration within theirs, and they can feel themselves being called into presence with a version of themselves who is already healed. Is this yourself, or is it what they can become? Is it the vision that you are holding? Stay with them a moment longer, resonating, vibrating together, balancing their fear, nurturing their hope. Be with them a moment longer, and they shall imprint your truth as a positive example of what is possible. Inspiration, hope, a new beginning. It is revealing itself through your compassion. Take a breath now and release them and drift back to me. And we are together once more, looking down upon the earth, and you see how many there are. But each one is important, one no more important than the next. And you may choose anyone who appears, for only those you can impact are viewable from here. So take your turns, come back and try again, and find another soul who can be enriched by your presenceful gifting of what is hope for their own journey. I draw you back now to your soul and to yourself, into your space, into your heart, into your head, back to the body, resting now, calm and relaxed, knowing that compassion is yours to give. I say thank you, and I bless you, and I say goodbye. Hey, all right, you guys. Hello. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Yeah, that was super fun. It felt like we went on like a really amazing Disney ride. Like a crazy cool Disney ride. It felt like we went on this. Yeah, it was I can share with you what I saw. I'd be super curious what you guys saw. Yeah, freaking wow. I love it. That was super cool. Beautiful. Yeah, fun. It really was. Oh, you opened yours twice to two people. Oh my gosh, how cool. You almost fell asleep. I know some of you will have fallen asleep. And don't worry, as I've said, that is just the angels helping you to free up energy in your body for the healing that's going on. Yeah, you came down from a cloud to assist. Yes. That's exactly what I saw. Astral travel. That is exactly what it felt like, you guys. Yes, totally cool. Holy mackerel. Oh my gosh. So I could tell you what I saw. I felt in the beginning, Mother Creation came with each of you. So she has her own connection with each and every one of you. We all have her energy inside of us, that divine feminine energy, right? That resonates from her. And she came into and she drew our attention to the idea that we are always looking from the inside out. Like our consciousness is sort of locked inside our physical body, and we are always looking out at the world. And so it always feels like we're separated from the world. It always feels like we are in here and we are looking out. And so there's this sort of inherent loneliness to the human experience. And so she came in, she was in there with us, in there, and sort of pointing it out and saying, like, look at this, how you are in here and everything else is out there. So here's one, and there's like the whole world, which is so many. And then I saw from the inside, I saw like a river of uh experiences. Like I saw there was this, and it was like layered. It was like a river, but it was in layers, if that makes any sense. And it was like, look at the richness. Like, yes, you are here alone, but your experience has been very, very rich. Like there's so much to you. So you're alone, but there's like a million aspects of you inside here, but it's all your own voice. But there's so many layers that you have uncovered and discovered and learned about yourself. And so you're alone, but are you really alone? Because you have all these parts of you that are in here, but it's always the same voice. So then after we sort of had kind of gathered that idea to ourselves, and we kind of brought in this idea that, wow, we have all this knowledge, we have all this understanding of ourselves. Then she walked with us, and it felt like walking up to the edge of like a dome, except the dome was clear. It was like, it felt like a platform. And we walked up, right, and it was kind of like almost a little bit scary, like to me, like it was a little bit like, whoa, like walking up to the edge of like a big drop off. But I felt calm because I was with her. We were all with her. And so it felt like, okay, but it was like this sense of like, this is a boundary that we don't usually cross right here, wherever we were walking up to. And then, so it had that little bit of like, ooh, what are we doing? But I was like, okay, this is going to be good. And we are standing, and let me make sure that this is not doing anything. It went back into uploading. There we go. That should fix it. I'm not sure why that happened. So we went up into the edge of this, and then all of a sudden she took us up really, really high, and we went up to sort of looking down on the earth. And once we were up there, we saw people who resonated with our wounding. And it was like a whole bunch of people just going about their lives, doing their thing, and we saw as they were doing their things, we could see people lighting up who connected with us, who had something about like their journey or their wounding was the same as ours. And then Mother of Creation invited you to go to pick one. And so then as we connected with one individual, it's like you were present, and this was really happening. This is what's really cool, is that you were present, but not present, right? Like you were a non-embodied consciousness. It was just pure consciousness, but you were present with them. And you were holding the vibration that they also had, but the difference is that you are healed. You healed that. Whatever it was that you were resonating with, you were only finding people who resonated with wounds that you have healed, with things you've learned, with lessons you've already been through. And you were finding people who have not yet worked that out, who are still in the midst of that journey. And what was cool is that as you stood with them, so the first thing she did is she was like, well, feel how you feel about this wound. And she had you hold it in your hands. And I thought for sure she was going to say, here, give this to them. And it was like this lovely, peaceful feeling. And I saw it like as an object, like a small object. And it was like this incredibly peaceful thing. And I thought she was going to say, give that to the person. And then she was like, yeah, you can't give it to the person because they can't accept it. They're not there yet. They don't have the capacity to receive your peace. You've got this peace. You've earned the peace. They want the peace, but they haven't earned, they don't have it yet. They have to go through the interim. They have to go through the process of the learning. So the learning is what they need, not the peace. The peace is the thing we think we want to give. And boy, this makes me think about like when you have kids and you have to let them fall down. Like I will tell you, my daughter and I laugh when she was in college. She decided that she wanted to live in this apartment that was absolutely objectionable in every single way. It was like a terrible choice. And I told her, this is a terrible choice. It was like the entrance was like in a dark alley up like a metal staircase. And it was like in a downtown area at a building that had like a music venue in it. I'm not even exaggerating. And yes, it was like huge and kind of funky and urban and cool. And she was sharing it with a bunch of people. But it was like the worst apartment forever. I was like, no, don't rent this apartment or don't stay in this apartment. And but I had to let her. She was so determined. I had to let her do it, and let her have her experience and trust the angels and trust she was going to be all right. And after about 5 months of her listening at night to like thumpa 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 thumpa, thumpa, she's like, "Mom, I have to move." But I had to let her. I had to let her have her thing. Like if I had said no, right? If I had said no, you can't. I'm not valuing her experience. I'm not letting her have her own learning. So now, as she chooses places to live, she's so much more aware. She's totally responsible, like so responsible, and she's careful about where she lives. But I think it's you got to let them and it's the same thing that she had to go through that experience of making the choice and then regretting it and realizing like maybe why it didn't work or what was she assuming and why was she misguided and all those things. And it was that is that I couldn't in that moment give her my solution. I couldn't say, look, this is a bad decision and just trust me because I know. Just trust me. Like I've already been through this in my life, so you don't do it and just trust my life because I already lived it. That would have deprived her of the lesson, of the experience. I had to let her have her own experience. And so this really made me think of that, where we couldn't give them our peace. We had to what we could give them was resonating with our journey that we had been on, that we could radiate it's possible. We could give them the gift of hope and let them feel that it's possible to heal this and inspire them to show, yes, we have peace. We have been through this, and not in a way, it was almost like they were not conscious of it. It was a feeling that we were transmitting, a feeling that we were giving them that, yes, it's possible and we've done it. And this is how we feel now, right? We have peace in this area of our life and inspiring. It was about inspiration and hope. Yeah. In that area of their lives, whatever it was, where they were resonating with us, that it was possible to heal. And then after we had held that vibration with them for long enough for them to receive it, for them to be able to take that in and feel inspired and feel hopeful, then we went back up. We went back up, and then she showed us. She's like, "Look, you could do this anytime. You could do this. You could." And she was showing, and she wants us to know, do this as many times as you want. She's like, more is more, and it was all about compassion. She's kind of poking me now. She's like, compassion. Make the connection to compassion. This is about understanding what compassion really is. That it's sharing our light. It's sharing our experience, sharing love, right? That I think sometimes we think of compassion as being in another person's wounding. And she's like, nope, it's sharing your own light and sharing allowing yourself to be seen. Yeah, is compassionate because it gives somebody a pathway. Wow. Yeah, so cool. I loved it. Let me see what you guys said. Rocked and swayed to the compassionate energy sharing to bring hope to people in need of a light in their lives. Our own peace helps us bring the possibility of light and hope to others. Yeah, beautifully said, Corinne. Yeah, I love it. You said, I love these opportunities to serve and help others. I know, me too. Andrea says the gift of hope is the most valuable gift we can give or receive. It's what will carry us through the hard times. So agreed. And here's Matthew. Wow, 2 years ago, my guides had told me in a pretty impatient way that I hadn't learned it yet. I felt like I just wanted to know without having to go through the pain and what was hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice, right? If they could just be like, yeah, you're done. But no, we got to fall down. Thank you all. You're saying, Laureen, thank you so much. You're saying, I think I fell asleep for a few minutes. Yep, and that totally happens. So recognize that as that's just great. That means you're moving energy and your body is radiating more energy, right? It just takes more energy. That's what I'm here to teach Says Malkai, says that yes, it's possible. This resonates so much with what I'm here to do. What a gift. How cool. Wow. Sharing the path to open our truth. Yes, absolutely. And then here, wait, I'm losing my place. I'm starting a new job tomorrow after 2 months off after resigning from a job with no safety net. Congratulations, Christy. That is such a voice of confidence in yourself. Like that is so, like, I love that you did that you took the leap into the void without anything else lined up, right? That is so much of a expressing your faith in yourself, that you're going to be fine. And look, it worked out. I've been worrying about going back to the world. Perfect timing. Oh, that's awesome. 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 But congratulations. Really, really cool. You're saying, I will be seen. Love it. Love it. Love it. What did MOC mean by tried and gathered? Tried and gathered. I think it is, I don't remember her exact words, but so I'd have to go back and listen to get to that place. But she's showing me the river. She's showing me the river right now. So I think it probably has something to do with gathering up our old experiences that when we were in the river, and I saw it as layers. I'd have to go back and see, but she's showing me the river, and the river came in when we were in our own experience, where we were sort of gathering up all the parts, everything that we've healed, right? We were kind of bringing forward everything we had to offer, which is all that we've learned about ourselves and everything that we've healed. So, and that would make sense, because tried is like we went through a trial, we learned something, and then we were gathering that all up to kind of carry out into the world to share it. Yeah, so hopefully that was it. But that's my only hint is the river. Compassion for honoring their own journey. I told my person, you have got this. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Our light carries codes to the solution, and the healing. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful. And yeah, I totally agree. I think that's so cool. School of compassion. Absolutely. You're saying the door toward her hopeful path was the forgiveness I learned. I shared my learning for forgiveness of self and others. I felt the hope build. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, wow, wow. And then Carolyn says, I grounded as always, but this time I opened my crown chakra and continued the grounding up to the stellar star and saw my body float above the earth. So it was cool that MOC led us up there. See, that is where you guys, where like we are all one consciousness at the end of the day, right? Like where you guys are, it's really amazing to me when you guys experience or see things before it's said out loud, So there you were, you led the path. So cool. You said these meditations are so amazing. I love it. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. Awesome. Awesome. Big lessons. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I went into situations where a female was crying her heart out as she lost her husband. When I opened the door for her, I was out completely, returned. You fell asleep. Fantastic. Look at how much energy you were moving then. Wow. It's a wonderful gift of hope. So cool. I catch this by accident every night. I'm glad you made it. Just like, I know I need a better job. I do understand it. So just have faith in yourself. See the story we were just telling about how she took the plunge. Sometimes you got to free up the energy from what you're doing to step into something new. So see where you're guided, see where you're led. And Matthew is saying, I was trying to tell my son what the difference between empathy and compassion to my son a few days ago. I love Emily's explanation of sharing your light. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, it is. It's a funny difference, isn't it? Empathy and compassion. But I think compassion is like it's a distinctive energy and so cool to think about that, about how, and when it's meaningful, how much more meaningful to share our energy and our presence, because it actually offers inside of it. Yes, we resonate with them, like we see their pain, but what we are offering is a solution. We're showing them a doorway. We're showing them a passageway. Like that is super compassionate. Like that's amazing. Wow. I was born compassionate. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate and love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. During the NDA and NDE decades ago, the angels said, as I came reluctantly back into my body, she hasn't learned it yet. For decades, I've been trying to understand what it was I had to learn. So grateful. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I'm so grateful to these moments together. Fantastic. Me too, you guys. Just saying I missed MOC. My phone is acting up. Oh, no. Well, we'll have the recording here on YouTube for you. You're saying this was awesome. I was standing at the entrance of a cave on an asteroid looking out at the universe. Oh, my gosh, how cool is that? As MOC, pure love. She creates love. So and that's actually really interesting because she talked about that in today's the intensive. She talked about the energy of love and how it's created, and but she is absolutely like the most like dynamically loving being I've ever had contact with. Yeah, amazing. And her love feels, it's really amazing because the angels are intensely loving too, but hers feels so human. She knows us, because and it's like I joke about it, like saying it feels like she's like us, but we are like her. So there's that connection, that resonance of it's under I now I get it, because I was always trying to explain, like, how is it that she's never coming in with, like, connecting with us in our darkness. She's coming in with light, and I think it's exactly what we just experienced, that when she's with us and she's holding light for us, she's never lowering her vibration into the depth of our pain, but at the same time there's a resonance that feels human, right, and understanding of our pain, but she's guiding us to our solution, right? She's offering us hope, offering us. I think it's exactly what we just did. So amazing. I just kind of had that little aha moment for myself because I was always having a hard time putting my finger on it, like how, because she does love differently from how the angels love. Yeah. So they're both amazing. The angels are incredible, just incredible. But yeah, it's different with her for sure. It feels motherly. Yeah, so cool, you guys. All right. There it is. We did another amazing session, you guys. I'm so grateful to you all for coming, for doing this together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we will be tomorrow. We will be back on at 9:30 in the morning, which it feels like that's just like right around the corner. Literally, you're going to have a short sleep and then you'll wake up and we'll do it again. This is really like a breakneck pace of healing. Amazing. So watch your dreams, track your dreams, see what's happening, because there's a lot of movement, you guys. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you turn on the notifications, if we end up going, like I said, we've been mostly doing it at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, but sometimes we're going later. So if you turn on the notifications, you won't miss it if we go later on a particular day. So if I can't make it for some reason at 9:30. So yeah, but please do subscribe. If you share it, that's awesome. The more of us that are doing this work, the better. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.